Yep. It's your boy, BossCowboySports. Obviously bringing you
another one.
Run it up.
Yeah, man. Ooh, wee. So this been on my mind. For real. It's something that's been on my mind. And I promised everybody that I was going to be responding to that interview from last week. Shout out to Landlord, HTM West. And let me say this to the whole community, man. I'm just loving it. It's a lot of good going on through the community. Just work. New media work, right? And I don't know if y'all seeing it, but it's right in your face. We are easily now being embraced as what we are. New media, and it's dope. So I just want to get some shout outs before we get started. But we will be talking about Jalen Tolbert and Kavontae Turpin. Buy it while the stock is low. This is a hot stock. I'm finna give y'all a stock tip. Buy this stock right now. If you trying to make some money, the whole goal is always buy the stock while it's low and let it rise. You hear me? I'm not lying to you. This is the time, and I'm gonna make that case today. But shout out to my brother Skywalker Steele too, man. I saw him do a good job today of recapping the interview. Shout out to Law Nation for reaching 100K. He pulled out the plaque. This is a crazy week. This is the week for the community. It really is. J Tuck and DMV hit a whole new level. Rome hit a whole new level. My boy Big Game James, just beautiful confirmation on him keeping it real. My boy Cole doing his thing out there, growing his brand. It's just beautiful, man. Just to see how we featuring each other, using each other's research. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful time. But y'all sit back, relax. Your boy Boss gonna be back, and we gonna talk about this, buying this stock. You know I'm gonna lay out the whole case, man. I'll be back. Let's go. Buy the stock now. Come on. Let's go. That curtain is coming. That curtain is coming. All right, let's get this intro in here, man. Let's go. Oh, it's deep. It's deep today. Y'all, it's a lot of y'all in here. I see my boy Amp coming since D-Shift. D-Shift, I owe you a call, big dog. My bad, bro. I saw you texting me. I didn't know it was you. So I'm gonna call you today, big dog. But Big Dog, Q Dog, Coach Sadiqua, Landlord in the building. Yeah. Amp, I can't wait till you start your channel. Regina, Queen, Sin City. Oh man, I'm excited. This is a good day, man. Yeah, and my boy D-Shifts, I ain't doing no tripping. Yeah, bro, I was screening your calls, bro. I said, oh, that's D. I said, that's D-Shift. Hold on, let me fix my camera, man. I don't need y'all seeing everything behind me. But I got you, man, cause he was sending me some stuff. I was like, somebody is really preaching to me. But I was scared to respond, cause I was like, I don't know who this is. And I was like, that's D Shift. So, yeah, man, I got you. I'm going to call you today. And also, congratulations on starting your channel. I want to say that real quick. Also, the D Shift, man, I always want to commend the brothers for stepping out. You know, amplifying your voice, bro. Amplifying your voice. You know, it's just always a good thing. I can't wait to see my boy Amp do it too, you know, because I just know what type of dudes y'all are. You know, I don't really know D like I know some of my other brothers, but D, just watching him from a distance, you could tell that he just an authentic person that just go kind of keep it to what he sees. So, again, congratulations, man. All right, and I want to recap what I was saying in that intro too, man. I'm just loving what's going on around the whole community. Just right now, just a good time to be in the space. For anybody that's getting in the space, this is a good time because it's becoming more and more common to acknowledge what we do. And really, it's getting to where you can't ignore us. I'm going to get into the content, but I want to say this first. All right, I want to say this first. And, you know, I hate to be going live now because it's right before, you know, I think Sky and Vach getting ready to go, but I had to go live now. I really try not to go live when my other brothers are live, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do just to, you know, get the content out there. Also, I want to let everybody know, sadly, we not having a final word today. I'm going to be supporting Law. He's going to be fighting the NFC East today. And I'm going to be honest. I'm just messy. So I like to see fights. Can I just be honest? I like to see fights. So I know Law go put down a good squab tonight. So I just want to watch. So no final word tonight. We go likely running back sometime this week. We might. No pressure though, but no final word tonight. So just letting everybody know. So y'all make sure y'all support the brother Law. Cause you know I gotta see this fight, bro. I'm just sorry, man. That's that defense in me. Alright, so that's number one. But before I get into the content, I want to say something just real quick. Just watching just how the community been working together, man. Watching Landlord, Hen, Wes, obviously getting the interviews that they doing. Undeniable, you have to respect that. And then good everybody is looking forward to what they're doing because they're feeding us with knowledge. It's a beautiful thing. Then on top of that, like I said earlier, you saw Scott feature it today. I featured it. Tuck featured it to where we're now responding to work that our brothers and sisters are doing. That's a beautiful thing. To where we're not, you know, to where Landlord and, you know, Vach Sky and Cole and DMV, like we are now Foots. I'm just naming people. Listen, I'm just naming people, all right? It's respect. Like it's real life respect. And it's respect for each other and you seeing it. It's a beautiful thing. So, and I just love it, you know. Like I said earlier, Law got his plaque of 100,000 out. So it's just so much going on right now. So let me just kind of show this real quick and then I'm gonna get right into the content. So like even Patrick No C, I just saw this because I was go feature something that's on his channel, but I came across this on his Twitter and he said, it's no secret that I'm the biggest supporters of the Cowboys content creators. Who do it the right way. Ooh. And who are grinding against the grain to do it. Ooh. Why? Simple. I was them. And so I always be them and they will always be me. I mentally never left the trenches. I love it. Because, you know, the grind is what made him. And the grind is what's keeping him. I love it. And y'all gonna see a lot more of this. Y'all gonna see a lot more people, giving respect to what we do, because I think it's just becoming more and more common that people see the passion and the work that we put in, that it's authentic, that you have to respect it. Amp with the super chat said, can't put no more bad dope out there right now. I hate Amp, bro. This boy Amp, y'all better get ready. Amp channel gonna be a fool. Amp channel is gonna be a nut. That's true though. That's true. See, I'ma even respond to what Brian Brothers talked about. Yeah, I'm gonna do a response video on that, on Dax DNA. Oh, that's coming. And it's no disrespect. Obviously, we got respect for him, but I'm gonna say something about that. Period. It's just what it is. No disrespect. I ain't gonna disrespect him, because you should respect him. His resume too strong not to respect him, but we definitely have an opinion too. And honestly, we've been showing that if this gonna sound cocky, but we shouldn't take a back to seat to nobody. None of us. None of us. At some point, we are showing too much strength to continue to act like we're beneath anybody. So let's get right into this content. So I'm talking about, why is it the best time to buy the stock on Jalen Tolbert and Kavontae Turpin? So this is gonna be a very interesting show. This is something I'm very excited about. This is gonna be something that's gonna excite you. Partially, this is gonna be some recap from the interview, but it's gonna also put my investigative skills on this. Y'all know how I do. I'm gonna put it all together to where hopefully you can see what's getting ready to happen, because the interview was so exciting, because it wasn't confirmation. It's the confirmation of what's getting ready to happen in a positive way. So one thing that landlord said that I stand with is, he said, man, I feel like these boys finna turn up. And a lot of people talking about Jalen Tolbert, but I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of people that's also leaving off what we getting ready to see with Turpin. And I'm telling you, we getting ready to see it. So as always, first I'm gonna start. Let me see if I can find my sound effect, because I'm gonna go back in time. Let me see if I can get my sound effect. I'm gonna try to give y'all the whole sauce today. I don't want to leave nothing. All right, hold on real quick. Let me see if I got my sound effect in here. Let me see. Nah, that ain't it. If I can't do it, then I ain't doing it. But I think I got it. Let me see. Okay, give me 1 second. I don't have it. God dog. Well, all right. But basically, we going back in time, and let's talk about it. See, because I did a couple of videos that now we get the chance to now look at in hindsight, but it's gonna perfectly deal with what we dealing with right now with buying the stock. If anybody know anything about the stock market, you always want to try to get stocks that have potential. That's how you get wealthy through doing the stock market. When you have the foresight to pick a company with growth upside and ride that stock up, it's a whole lot of people become wealthy doing that. And so right now, what's going on with Tolbert and Turpin, both of those guys' reputations is scoring right now. They have low stocks right now. It's low expectations. But just like the stock market, major upside. And we go talk about it. Because my confidence is back. I lost my confidence, and you go see that I lost my confidence, and I'm gonna talk about that. I'm low-key disappointed in myself, and I'm gonna learn from this. But let's get into it. let's get into it. Let's break this all the way down. We go first start with history. Here we go. I always first start with our guys, right? So when you're looking at our guys, I'm gonna start with first Tolbert, okay? And so when I'm looking at Tolbert, right, the question is, and some of y'all go get butthurt when I say this, and listen, and just listen, okay? Some of y'all, because don't put words in my mouth. I'm very specific on what I'm saying, okay? There is a possibility. I just want y'all to hear me out. There's a possibility that we're panicking at receiver. There's a possibility that we're panicking. There's a real possibility. And so I'm gonna have to explain this. There's a real possibility that we're panicking at receiver. And see, okay? This is and why I'm I was saying. I'm gonna give you. This is why I was saying we was possibly panicking at receiver, because this was obviously free agency period, right? And what was we saying around that time? We need to get a receiver. We need to get a receiver. See, that's why we got to go back in time and then talk through this and think about this more. And that's why I was saying we could be panicking with all this. We got to get a receiver at pick 26. Because remember, that's what everybody was talking about. It was big. For a while, it was before Brandon Cook. So you was hearing a lot of talk about receiver. And I was saying, could we be panicking? A whole lot of reasons why we could be. And so when I'm looking at this, I'm gonna look at this from all angles. So let me explain it. So obviously we know he was under Kellen Moore, right? So under Kellen Moore, it was a whole lot of athletes that had some questionable usage, and Tolbert was one, and it does not align. It makes no sense, because when you think about it, then I was speculating. I was saying it don't make sense. But see, like Landlord said after the interview, it went from speculation to confirmation. So it's different now. It's totally different now. It's totally different now. It's a whole different world now after that interview. See, before it was, could we be all this? Could we? That's why I say I'm disappointed in myself, because I knew what I was seeing and I did not speak with enough boldness. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in my damn self, because it was a lot of evidence, but I wasn't speaking with a lot of confidence. Was I? Let's keep it real. No. And listen to what Steven said. Steven said himself. But when you look at the fact that even people like Turpin could not hit the field under the Kellen Moore offense, it's more so likely that his offense was way too complicated, especially when you know how. What? Huh? What? Rewind. More so likely that his offense was way too complicated, especially when you know how his offense worked. Oh, because in his offense, on the option routes, your receivers needed to read the defense on the same level as Dak himself. If they were able to do that, they gave a tremendous advantage to the offense, because everybody was almost a step ahead of that defense. But if you was a receiver like Tolbert, and most people don't know this, Tolbert only was playing football for 4 years before he was drafted. And see, Tolbert mentioned that. See, because me and Landlord literally talked about that same thing, literally on Bossland. So we go show you Boss Land. Check this out.
Draft. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a battle, tug of war battle between our guys and the draft hubers. Because they always feel like, hey, we can replace you, sir. You know what I'm saying? That makes you undervalue people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can just replace you. Yeah.
It is that draft hubris, and to be honest, they're so successful at it, which gives them that hubris. Because if we go down the line, they have successfully replaced everybody. They replaced Sean Lee,
but it messed you up sometimes. That's the only
Murray,
thing. Like,
they replaced Dez. They messed up with
Tolbert. That's the only thing. They messed up with Tolbert.
I don't think they messed up with Tolbert. I think they got Tolbert right. I think Kellen Moore messed up Tolbert.
Well, I'm talking about in regards of him replacing the production. That didn't work out. Because they thought it was going to, that's what I'm saying.
They thought Kellen Moore
and
him together was going to be able to make up for it, but they overestimated the complicated system of Kellen Moore to a new odd receiver. Because, see, with the point that you're making is a key point, because people might not notice, but Tolbert only really been playing football for 5 years. No, for like 6 years before he was drafted. So he wasn't even like us who've been playing football since we was in the 7th grade, and some of us 5th grade, 6th grade, 10, all of that. He was somebody that picked up football late in high school. So when you throw in all these complicated terms and how to read an NFL defense at a new odd receiver, he couldn't make that transition.
See, I'm still high on Tolbert. I think Tolbert finna go off.
Me too.
But I'm just saying.
Look how, boy, being landlord was cooking.
Finna go all the way
real talk. I really do. But I was just wanted to make that point. That's mismatch.
But the sad part, we was speculating. But now it's confirmation. See, we go show speculation and confirmation. We go right back to what it means on why we should all be buying the stock of Tolbert and Turpin.
It's been on the front office aspect, because they put him in a position thinking that he was going to replace all of this production. And that was an experiment, like you say. Shout out to BossCowboySports. That was a Stephen Jones experiment that didn't work out. You see what I'm saying? So,
and that's why we got to keep our eye on this left guard, and that's why I refuse to be Mr. Pie in the Sky ass optimist dude. I'm not gonna be that dude.
Man.
It's too many times. It's too many times that they have let us down with a goofy idea that we all saw coming.
Oh my God! But then here came the freaking confirmation.
So I go to the slot and take the middle of the field and just rip it, and take the middle of the field.
Side of that, man. Like, you were very dominant where you played at college, man. Like, you were putting up, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
astronomical.
Astronomical. Like, you were going crazy on the country boys, man. So, so tell me, from the draft process of somebody that was playing at a small school, like, what was their transition like? Going through the drafting process, not playing at a really big school, and just trying to get settled into the NFL.
Y'all clap it up for Henny, damn it. Before we keep going, clap it up. I'm finna clap it up for Henny, damn it. The greatest talent right now for Dallas Cowboys content is the content creators. All you talent scouts, if you ain't figured that out yet, you are asleep at the wheel. Look what Henny pulled out.
Something a lot of people don't know is, I started playing football 11th grade of high school. So
me and Landlord knew. Me and Landlord talked about it.
A lot of people don't know is, I started playing football 11th grade of high school. So I was still learning.
Late, yeah.
Like, when I was at the Cowboys, I'm still learning,
Because, see, he answering Henny's fire question. What was that transition like? And he telling them, man, a lot of people don't know that I started football as a junior. Me and Landlord talked about that on Boss Land's show a week before this interview. But it was speculation. We had no idea that the following week we was going to get the confirmation of our concern.
coverages and how to identify.
Yeah.
Like when I was at the Cowboys, I'm still learning, coverages and how to identify certain things. And when I was in college, my OC and wide receiver coach, Michael Smith and Major Applewhite,
See, now he finna give you the background. Don't sleep on this, because he telling you the difference of making that transition to the NFL. Listen.
really kind of took me under their wing. That obviously I had the talent and the potential. So
they looked at the talent and the potential. And I like that he said, obviously. See, that speaks to confidence in himself. See, don't let that go by your head. Obviously, I got the talent.
That obviously I had the talent and the potential. So they took me under their wing and kind of like fine-pointed and taught me some important things.
They did what, landlord? Fine-pointed. Huh? See, did Kellen Moore fine point? Did he play him to his strengths? No.
Under their wing and kind of like fine-pointed and taught me some important things that I needed to know at the level that I was playing at, obviously. So I wasn't playing, the biggest schools. So, I was put in spots where I would play 1, 2, or 3, and I would be there just depending on the game. Like say for instance, Ark State plays man coverage. I can go out to the outside and get some go balls. Then we go play.
So what it looked like, if we just listening, is Applewhite, his coach, said we're gonna play you to your strength. We go simplify this thing. Simplify this thing. And that's why he took off. Listen.
Troy, they like to play cover 2. So I'll go to the slot and, take the middle of the field and just rip it apart. So it's just little stuff like that. They use me in different ways. So, transitioning to the NFL.
Transitioning. So he's saying that's how they did me in college. See, in college, they simplified it for me. They said if it's man coverage, go vertical. If it's cover 2, eat up everything in the middle. Simplified it. Kellen Moore made it calculus. Hold on real quick. And this is a good comment, but I think it's deeper than his comment. This is a good comment, though. This is real. He say, everybody don't blossom right away, and that's okay. I don't think this was a situation of blossom. I think this was a situation of misusing the talent that you had. And honestly, let me just say it like this. Kellen Moore was over his head, just in my opinion. He was too young to even know how to use athletes to their strength. The only thing he knew was his no identity Boise State offense. And so that's what he ran. But Kellen Moore in time will be a beast. He was just too young for us. I think in time Kellen Moore is going to be a monster. But he was too young to be managing a contention team. Let's keep going.
Obviously, I had to become much smarter as far.
So he said in a transition, I had to become much smarter. Because when I was in college, they simplified it. They just made it like what West Coast said. Just it's simple. Get them with your best post route. Get them with your best 9 route. Get them with your best slant. Simplified it. But then he say the transition. Listen.
So, transitioning to the NFL, obviously I had to become much smarter as far as, I'm late playing the game. I'm still learning, route techniques, coverages, how to identify, disguises, all type of stuff. And obviously just working with other guys and learning from them helped me. But as far as going through the process, that's one of the things that I had to learn. Obviously, a new offense as well is
so just think about just think about what he's saying. Everything that's on his plate. Do he sound stupid to you? No. But think about what all he just said. I'm learning coverages. I'm learning disguises. I'm learning how to defense. Plus, I was learning 3 positions. Plus, on top of that, I was learning the whole new playbook. Bro. So for anybody that's thinking Tolbert failed, no, Tolbert was failed.
able to play all the spots and stuff. So I came in, I play every spot. I'm not just locked in as an outside or slot receiver. And so that's a strength of mine, is just being able to move around and do that as well. So I think, that was the transition for me from college, playing at a smaller school, to go. And I feel like people, think about you play at a smaller school, the competition is, obviously in certain aspects the competition is not the same, but I still play people that, were at bigger schools that came down because they were.
Watch Henny. Henny, my dog. Watch Henny.
Weren't playing up there, or we played a big school. I played Tennessee, I played Nebraska, played teams like Coastal Carolina was a powerhouse at once upon a time. So, I've played big schools, whatever. Obviously, it's not Alabama's, but
yeah.
But hey, you got off on Tennessee though, boy.
Hey man, y'all got hit it messed up, man.
Whatever. Obviously, it's not Alabama's, but
yeah.
But hey, you got off on Tennessee though, boy.
Nah, wait a minute. Look, I was finna piggyback off of when he said. Yeah, I was about to say when he said Ark State, because that was the big game.
That boy said you got off on Tennessee, boy. That boy hit it. Y'all got hit it messed up. Shout out to the community, man. Shout out to HTL, the landlord in West, man. So let's keep going. Because again, we were speculating at first. But see, now we got confirmation. It should change you. Everybody should be different now. We should all be different. You should be changed forever. You should be changed. You should be different. You should be different. Just from that interview, you should be different inside. Hold on real quick. He said, let that sink in. He's explaining the reason of PCP and how Big Mike and Dak need more credit. 12.5 or 12 and yes, bro. Yes, 12 and 5 2 times with this level of dysfunction. Right. Dak and Big Mike do not get enough credit. They do not. Great super chat. But let's keep going. Because see, we was talking about the speculation and the confirmation, but this is also why this is the time to buy the stock. Buy the stock. Don't be late. Get the stock now. Let's keep going. So football itself is new to him. The position itself is new to him. He's just really good at the position. Okay? And to the point to where he had a second round grade by Dallas, and I'm gonna prove that. So if most of us, and I'm gonna just ask you a real question. If we got him in the second round, most of us would assume that he's gonna play. Yep.
He hardly played at all.
Right.
And Stephen Jones himself admitted that we put too much on his plate. And that's what he said specifically.
See, now we got him saying it. It ain't even just Stephen Jones no more. Now we heard from, shout out again, let's clap it up for Henny. HTM, clap it up. Because of that fire question.
You want answers?
Because of that fire question, we got all those answers.
You want answers?
All of that confirmation. See, the days of speculation, over. No more speculation. It's confirmation now. You can speak with boldness what the truth is. It's no more, it's confirmation. See, we got people that played receiver before. How? And it's only 9 routes for a receiver. Can I say that again in case anybody missed that? It's only 9 routes for a receiver. Facts.
So how is 9 routes too complicated?
Right. See, hold
There's
on.
only
Wait. See, isn't that what he said happened in college? They simplified it for him, didn't they? What's up, Miss Lockhart? Didn't they? Huh? And he went off. Oh, so what's likely getting ready to happen in 2023? if you're guessing he's likely getting ready to go off,
oh, Mr. Nasty Time.
yeah, you probably making a good gamble. Let's keep going. 9 routes. A receiver has to only master 9 routes. So generally a receiver, with most teams, it's line up here, make sure you get the snap count right, and run your best route, the one that I gave you. Oh, that's what they doing now. This is why you buy the stock. Let's go back to the confirmation.
Just what are some things that you feel that could just simplify this thing and get us back to just football, just wide receivers getting down the field, getting open? Because talent wise, man, I don't see a wide receiver. I mean, there's some wide receiver rooms that got some ridiculous number 1s, but there ain't too many wide receiver rooms that got number 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. You know, so
yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, I think it's just more of a detailed, determined fix as far as what we're trying to get done and what we.
Oh, that detailed, determined fix. What are you fixing? You already know. We know. The public don't know. But people that follow this channel, they know.
Want to do as far as, you know, we got new plays, obviously, and some of the plays, you know, some of them we have the same, but we just, you know, fine pointed everything that we want to happen on the play. Is not so much left in the air for you to kind of decide.
Who left stuff in the air for you to decide? Did Kellen do that to you? Hold on real quick. Let me get this super chat. Wait. Oh, man. Boy, y'all should be celebrating. Kellen Moore is training wheels while the team is driving a Ferrari. Jalen and Simi should be better. Yes, they will be better. I'm putting together all confirmation. Trust me, by the end of this show, you will buy all the receivers room stock. The whole stock in the whole receiver room is for sale. This is the time to buy some stock while it's low. Because right now, everybody low, everybody doubting them, everybody thinking they some Jags, everybody thinking they average, and their stock is likely getting ready to boom! Let me hit this button. Woo! By the stop.
Or just wonder. It's literally like
yeah.
Everything is on. Like if you're looking at just the play on the iPad, every detail from the split to like the revolutions you taking stepwise to the depth to 1 or 2 reads or whatever, so you get more depth on one side than the other side because you're the third.
See, don't let that go by you. See, why is he bringing up depth? See, y'all remember the 4 hooks we used to always complain about? You know who that made it hardest for? Dak. How does Dak go through a progression when everybody's stopping at the same time? Because they all reading the defense and seeing holes in the defense. So instead of having a progression to where your quarterback is going through his reads, they stopping at the same time. That's why having different receivers on different levels actually help Dak. If you don't have more respect for Dak from understanding this, you just don't understand football. Just Jalen Tolbert alone speaking should make you have way more respect for Mike McCarthy and Dak.
Read or whatever, so everything is fine pointed and fixed to a senses where when you're in a certain spot, you know what is asked of you, you know what the goal is of the play, you know where the play should go, you know what. So it's gonna help a lot of people play, you know, faster.
Huh? We got us another super chat. Elp, They said this goes out to all fathers. Try to figure out Kelly Moore offense is like trying to put together that big ass torn Christmas for your kids with subpar facts instructions. Oh my God. Super chat of the year. But what did he just say? We gonna be playing what?
It's gonna help a lot of people play, you know, faster, know where the play should go, you know what.
Did he say it's gonna help him? Or did I hear a lot of people? What did y'all hear? Huh?
So it's, you know, it's gonna help a lot of people play.
Oh, a lot of people. So he wasn't even talking about just himself. So let's review this. Let's just review this with OTA notes. Let's do that. Let's just go look at the notes. Let's go look at Mr. Patrick No C Walker. And he said another observation. Let's just look at these observations. He said Michael Gallup looks springy again. So obviously that's important, as noted by several of us watching practice. The Cowboys wideout seemed more decisive. What? Wait. In his routes and more effortless in his See, because the springy, that's talking about his jumping. See, but the decisiveness is what Tolbert was just talking about. Oh, and this is just observation from Patrick. Looks like he's thinking less and trusts his knee. See, it's not just, Patrick is talking about two things. He's not just talking about one. He's talking about that he sees the bounce, but he also sees more decisiveness. Hold on, let me go back and see what I heard from Tolbert.
Hey, you know, faster, a lot of decision making to be kind of just thrown out the window. Whereas,
wait.
You know what is asked of you, you know what the goal is of the play, you know where the play should go, you know what. So it's, you know, it's going to help a lot of people play.
A lot of people. So Michael Gallup included.
You know, faster, a lot of decision making to be kind of just thrown out the window where it's like, okay, I'm backside so I can get full depth instead of go shorter. And then, you know, it is, you know, say he does come back to you and you're already running back towards him, you're early. And now, you know, the DBs, I mean, your separation in this league is, you know, you get.
Oh my God, this is just too good to me. I hold on real quick. Let me take this super chat real quick, man. So, buy the stock. If you can't see right now, this is the best time to buy the stock. You ain't paying attention. With Tolbert only playing since 11th grade, Simi really only played 17 games in college because he spent 2 years. Hold on real quick. Let me read this. In another country for his religion. Right. Bro, do you know how much of that wide receiver room was messed up? Do we realize now? Y'all see what I've been saying, we should win the Super Bowl. If you win 12-5 with this, come on, right? If you win 12-5 and you had a dude with a second round grade not playing, come on, man. Let's keep going though. See, because I told y'all this is a good show, man. Like when I was listening to that interview, I was dying. I was like, oh my God. Like, and the first thing landlord said, so much confirmation. That's the first thing landlord said after Tolbert got off. He said it was so much confirmation. That's so sad. That make me almost want to cry, bro. Oh man, that boy landlord says, "Oh man, it was so much confirmation." Oh, we finna be cold, y'all. We finna be cold. All right, hold on, real quick. Wait. Let's keep going though, cause it gets better. Listen, buy the stock. The one that I gave you, but that didn't happen with Tolbert. Tolbert had to know how to read a whole defense. So let's just kind of go through, and that's what I'm saying. Let's think this through, cause I know a lot of people are like we gotta get a vet. We gotta get a vet. And so, hold on. And so let me tell you why that's also could be something where we premature on. We could be panicking. You see what I'm saying? So let's just listen to what our front office, who's very good at talent, was saying about Tolbert. Check this out.
You want to find out who makes the pick when you go through that. If you'd been a fly on the wall to see that, you don't know today, and I don't know who made those picks. When we got through it, it was that kind of participation, that kind of collaboration. Exactly, that is the word. But not necessarily really where it was on the board as much as which one, because they were close enough. There weren't 3 points worth of difference.
Whoa. The face of speculation, the face of confirmation. This is the face of confirmation. This is the face of speculation. He said it wasn't even 3 points worth of difference between Sam Williams and Tolbert. When did we draft Sam Williams? Second round. So what is that saying? That basically Tolbert has second round talent.
Board as much as which one, because they were close enough. There weren't 3 points worth of difference.
Whoa, wait. See, let me catch you up on what's going on, bro. So he was talking about this is him talking about the Jalen Tolbert pick, and he was saying why they picked Tolbert third round and Sam Williams second round, and he said it wasn't 3 points worth of difference between basically Sam Williams and Jalen Tolbert, meaning they saw Jalen Tolbert with second round talent.
Difference on all of them on these as much as which one, because they were close enough. There weren't 3 points worth of difference on all of them on these decisions. Same thing on the Tolbert situation, because they were close enough. There weren't 3 points worth of difference on all of them on these decisions. Same thing on the Tolbert situation, as much as which one, because they were close enough. There weren't 3 points worth of difference on all of them on these decisions. Same thing on the Tolbert situation. So the trick is which one would last the longest when you're going down the draft.
And it's a true possibility that we're panicking. It's a true possibility that Kellen Moore, dumb system, held back second round talent. It was speculation then. It's confirmation now. See, notice the words I was using. It could be. Why? Because I was still leaving room for me to be wrong. Straight up, I was leaving room for me to be wrong. Listen. And it's a true possibility that we're panicking. Possibility. Listen to the words I'm saying. It's a true possibility that Kellen Moore, dumb system, held back second round talent. So now that speculation is now confirmation. Shout out to the underground. Shout out to the guys who got this interview and confirmed what we've been saying as content creators. You ain't been hearing this from the mainstream. You've been hearing this from us. Yes. Because guess what? That same stupid system kept a dude with 4.2 speed off the field. A dude with 4.2 speed. Oh, that's the wrong film. Yeah, but I'm talking about Turpin. I was trying to show Turpin. You know what I'm saying? You know, that stupid system couldn't even give a dude who clearly good in space. And so I'm not wrong for stepping back and saying, you know what? Is it a possibility that we overreacting to the receiver need? Hindsight is just so awesome. Isn't hindsight wonderful? Isn't confirmation wonderful? Because see, this ain't about us patting ourselves on the back. Look how smart we are. This is about more so knowing that we got a second round talent that was underground. You couldn't dig him up. And basically, he's getting ready to be unleashed now. Buy the stock. Buy the damn stock. Okay, let's keep going on this too. Because see, first of all, I just showed y'all with this clip.
You want to find out who makes the pick.
I showed y'all with that clip that they literally had a second ground grade on Tolbert. So I'm showing you, I'm giving you the receipts of what I'm saying. So I'm just going through first our guys. So I'm looking at our guys, then I'm gonna look at the free agents, then we go look at draft options. We go look at all of them in this one show. But I gotta be thorough on this so that we can all be on the same page, because that's how I try to do in my book. I try to be very thorough. I try to look at not just draft picks. I'm gonna look at the free agents. I'm gonna look at our own guys. I'm gonna see. It's almost like a relationship. Before you go out there and get a new relationship, it might be easier to work out the one you already got. Sometimes you can't work it out, but sometimes it's just cheaper to keep her. Sometimes it's just cheaper to keep her.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo wee woo.
So let me replay that, but this time I'm gonna add some B-roll to it, and then it's gonna come together. I'm gonna see. It's almost like a relationship. Before you go out there and get a new relationship, it might be easier to work out the one you already got. Sometimes you can't work it out, but sometimes it's just cheaper to keep her. Sometimes it's just cheaper to keep her.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo wee woo.
See, when you put it all together, when we put it all together of what all this stuff means, this is why I said that was the best interview of the year. I mean, when I said it, that was the interview of the year. For those of us who love this team and want to win, we've been waiting on this. For those of us who put in crazy hours, sometimes don't see our kids, for content, to put the message out there, we have been waiting on this. This is the time to buy the stock. It's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. See, it was funny when I said it, but it's actually real as hell what I said. One more time. Work it out. But sometimes it's just cheaper to keep her. Sometimes it's just cheaper to keep her.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo wee woo.
Cheaper to keep her, baby. Let's keep, yeah. Now, so what does this really mean? Let's sum it up. What does this mean? I didn't even talk about this. I'm going to talk about this right now. Jalen Tolbert got. And now when I told, see, let me tell you why I'm angry. I'm mad right now. I'm mad at me. You know why? Because Kellen Moore made me doubt. Even if it was just a little bit, what I knew I was seeing with Tolbert. I was bold about Tolbert, and Kellen Moore took that boldness from me. I'm finna be bold again, and I'm gonna say again what I said when he was drafted. Cause see, I didn't want to say it after I didn't see him play at all, hardly, as a rookie. Cause sometimes, obviously, when we put ourselves out there, you know, it'll make you doubt yourself. And you'll say, did I miss? Because I went wild on my take. And this is what I said. Y'all can go back and watch the whole video. I did a whole breakdown on Tolbert. A whole breakdown. And in that breakdown that I did, and when I broke him down and I studied him at the Senior Bowl, I studied him, his film, and I studied a lot of games. He was the only small school receiver that I put in my book. The only one. This is what I said, and I'm going to say it again. When Mike McCarthy get him going, I'm going to go ahead and say it with boldness now. He go push CeeDee Lamb for the number one. Yeah. I ain't going back on what I see no more. And that's what I see. I see a guy that if you build his confidence and you really get him going, first thing I would want Mike McCarthy to do, and I know Mike McCarthy go do this, play call to his strengths. Play call to get him just like that, open in space. Play call just like this, dragging across the field. Get him going. Once you get him going, remember this show. Y'all go say Boss said it, that he go push CeeDee Lamb for the number one. Because I knew what I was seeing. I knew what I wrote in the guide. And the crazy thing is the same things he said about himself was the same things I said about him in writing. I said he is an expert at high pointing the ball. We still got lurkers. Hold on real quick. Let's take a pause. Hold on real quick. Let's take a pause, man. Let's get them likes up real quick. And then I'm gonna keep talking because I'm gonna show y'all some more stuff, which is, and I'm gonna get out of here. All right. So before we continue to drop water by the stock on these guys, buy the damn stock. Okay. Before we do that, let's hit this like. Let's you know. Obviously we do a lot of research here. But this one is special. Because I just love the fact that this time, when I'm using my investigative skills and I'm using my research skills and my listening skills, those things that I do well, it just feels so good to be able to do this with my brothers. This is the best feeling. Hit that like, but just I'm talking real quick. But the fact that I was able to react to my brothers, the fact that I was able to react to my brothers on the information I've been waiting on all year. And the confirmation came not from mainstream, not from .com, Dallas.com. It didn't come from them. It didn't come from one of them journalists finally asking the right question. It came from Henny. It came from West Coast. It came from the landlord. And if you don't see why to not look at us as just YouTubers, this is why. Or content creators. If you don't see that it's bigger than that now, I just don't. I don't know what's gonna help you. I just don't. I really don't know what's gonna help you. If you can't see it, this is why landlord and I got this from landlord. The mantra of has changed. Don't get me wrong, I want subs. But more than that, we want support. I check my analytics from my channel. And last week, we had the most shares in 1 week than we ever had in the entire existence of Boss Cowboy Sports. You know what that's telling me? Support is growing. I like the subs. I like it when people sub. But more than anything, we need support. We need people that's willing to share. We need people that's willing to tag the media. We need people that's willing to post this type of content in Facebook groups, Twitters, Instagrams. Because you see, if you don't see that together, I'm talking about us, the content creators. If you can't see together that we are on a real mission, you just ain't been paying attention. So let's get back to this content real quick. Yeah, one more time. Hopefully the lurkers. And if you're a lurker, you bet not be no Dallas Cowboy lurker. Because if you somebody, you know, that for San Fran, the Eagles, and you a lurker, I kind of understand. You probably a hater. But if you a Dallas Cowboy fan and you getting this level of confirmation and you still didn't hit that like, you are worse than a lurker. You are worse. You don't even like your own team. Montana, please don't say that. Please don't say you're a super lurker. Please don't say that, Montana. Because if you say you're a super lurker, you saying you ain't hit that like. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 second that Montana refuses to hit that like. I don't even believe it. I wouldn't believe it if you was telling the truth. Because you too down for the movement. I just don't see you being that type. You play too much. But nah, I just want to, kind of take a light break and kind of explain. This is why what we doing together is so important. So hopefully, there's no more lurkers and we should have likes at top capacity. All right, but let's get back to what I was showing though, because this is the deal, and we talking about buying stock. Okay. So let me show you something else. All right. I talked about this, but we're going to talk about this some more. That's important to let you know that we're getting ready to see something special with these weapons. Okay. Another wide receiver observation. My boy Montana. I already know. Hold on real quick. Let me slow down real quick. That boy say, you know damn well. Yeah, I know damn well. Yeah, I already know. That's why I say you play too much. He say, you know damn well I'm here to hear you speak truth, to hear you laugh. You been sniping folks. I need a smile, big bro. Man, I already knew. I was like, I know that dude ain't no lurker. If anybody is a supporter, it's Montana. So I already know where you stand, OG. As long as we ain't debating Texas and Ohio, and as long as I don't take no accidental cheap shots on you, man, we good. But going back to what I was saying, on his observations, because you know these are some very good observations. Another wide receiver observation, OTAs on Thursday. Kavontae Turpin saw plenty of reps on offense. Plenty. Let's see if that continues and ultimately carries over in the regular season. See, I'm going to go ahead and say by the stock, it's going to carry over if he make the team. Hold on real quick, man. And we got us another fire super chat, man, from the homie Big Red. Big Red said, he said, I'm with you on that, BC. That boy's going to be in the mix for that X. Yep. I give him 2 years, he going to be in the mix. I'm going to treat next year like a rookie year for him because I feel like Kellen Moore's system stole his rookie year. So next year, I'm going to want to see his confidence grow. But by year 3, yeah, I expect him to be pushing the hell out of CeeDee Lamb. Because I know Mike McCarthy is going to build him. See, yeah, my boy Montana say, nah, we dogs regardless. Ohio and Texas moving the same as we speak. No doubt, bro. That's real. That's real, yeah. Ohio and Texas. But going back to what I was showing with Patrick, going back to Patrick. See, when you say, let's see, nah, this is the thing. I'm almost certain. I'm about 99% certain. Because I was saying last year, the reason why we not seeing Tolbert and the reason why we weren't seeing Kavontae was because of Kellen Moore offensive system. It was too complicated. So now that we done simplified it and we going into a West Coast to where now we're back to you running your best route. So let me just show y'all something real quick. Let me just pull this up, a route tree. So, you know, we got different people on different levels in terms of their knowledge. So this is, some people already know this. Some of y'all already know this. Some of this is gonna be new to some of y'all. Okay. All right, so let me show y'all how the route tree works. It's literally only 9 routes. Okay, 9. 1 is the flat, 2 is the slant, 3 is the comeback, 4 is the curl, 5 is the 10-yard out, 6 is the 10-yard in or dig, 7 is the corner route, 8 is the post route, 9 is the vertical route. It's only 9 routes. So now Turpin as well as Tolbert are now responsible for being at the right split, at the right depth, and just running the best route of whatever was called. No more reading defenses, no more complications, playing fast and playmaking. So this is why you have to buy the stock. You have to. This is the time to buy the stock. See, because let me show y'all something before we get out of here. I'm going to show y'all something. It is no coincidence that all of us at the same time saw the same thing. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh, man, he basically, like, everything we've been preaching, he basically confirmed it. He was saying, like, what he said, some of the keywords. He said simple and faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he was saying, like, you won't have to diagnose all this stuff. And man, I'm telling y'all, then that was a good nugget to say. We knew Boss Cowboy Sports, shout out to Boss in the chat going,
oh, yeah, appreciate it, landlord. Appreciate it, big homie. You know what I'm saying?
crazy, man. We appreciate you, Boss.
Indeed.
But he kind of laid that nugget on me last time we had a show when he said Jalen just started being a wide receiver in like the 11th grade. That's late, bro. You know, some people do start a wide receiver shit when they in little league. So just imagine compared to him how much catch up he had to do. So I'm telling you, man, I think from what I seen from preseason, from Cowboys night, man, he went off in Cowboys night.
See, and this is why this dope. So me and landlord never talked about that. But check this out. Listen to that landlord talking about Cowboys night.
He went off in Cowboys night. You know what I'm saying? It probably was just like normal routes that he asked for. He probably was just like, they probably didn't do all the complex stuff. They probably just said, go get open, do a slant, do a dig, do a comeback route. And he was cooking in the Cowboys night.
So landlord said that this is us at Cowboys night in Dallas. Watch big. Look at this.
Jalen Tolbert, I like him. Third rounder. He had a great practice today, though. I'm gonna let Boss do that. I'm gonna let Boss have all of Jalen Tolbert in practice today.
So hold on. Go look at landlord.
And I'll say something also. I feel
I just said, go get open, do a slant, He went off in Cowboys night. Cowboys night. Man, he went off in Cowboys night. You know what
Jalen Tolbert, I like him. Third rounder. He had a great practice today, though. I'm gonna let Boss do that. I'm gonna let Boss have all of Jalen Tolbert in practice today.
I just want to say that, hey, real quick, hey, we got some special guests too.
Special guests in the house.
Go ahead, baby.
Represent. No, I'm here for you.
Oh,
I'm here for you.
Listen, man.
Listen, they got the setup going here. They're talking Cowboys. What y'all think?
Oh, man. Hey, to be honest, I feel like we need some explosiveness on offense, but this was a great day for Tolbert to do what he did.
Yeah, and see, everybody out there was being honest. Like, ain't nobody was kissing up, especially Big, boy. That boy Big is an OG. Y'all gonna see tonight. I'm gonna replay this whole video tonight in replace of the final word, because this is, man, this history of when we was out there, it was so many nuggets that came out that's relevant to today. Is scary. But just look, I said keeping it real. I want more explosion, but I was encouraged on what I saw from Tolbert.
Explosiveness on offense, but this was a great day for Tolbert to do what he did. So Tolbert had a great day, and we was talking right before he took off.
Right.
That how we needed explosiveness, and we saw that.
So ain't it funny that now when everything was simple on Cowboys night, what happened? That boy stock shot up. So likely what's getting ready to happen with both of them dudes. Mike McCarthy's not gonna be no dummy. He gonna use Tolbert towards his strengths, high points, vertical routes. He gonna put Turpin in space. And both of them boys are secret weapons that's unutilized right now. Right now. So basically so put it like this. All of us would have been happy right now with a second round receiver. Basically, that's what we got. That's how you got to look at it. We basically got us a second round receiver getting ready to play as our number 3. What you think getting ready to happen? This is the time to buy that stock. So like I promised, I told you, it's a whole lot to break down from that interview. It's gonna I got about 7 more videos just from, and I wasn't lying. I got about 7 more videos that I know that I'm gonna do from that one interview. From that one interview. That is saying, because this ain't about look how smart we are. This is about look how good we getting ready to be. The offense simplified is getting ready to open up some weapons that we've been waiting on. And it's gonna look good, y'all. It's gonna look good. So when y'all hear people say, Tolbert, he got it together this year. Just laugh in their face. Just say, Poe, baby, you need to follow Boss Cowboy Sports. We got the Super Cheese. And when you use players to their strengths, it makes you better overall as an organization. It's up. Absolutely. See, because the people, listen, appreciate that super chat too, big dog. People that follow this channel, y'all not gonna be surprised when they take off. Y'all not. Y'all gonna be like, yep, we knew it. We knew it. We knew it was gonna happen because we kept up with Kellen Moore and how he was breaking down good talent. Now we getting ready to see both them boys. See, they did try Turpin last year in training camp, but Kellen Moore went away from it during the season. That will not happen under Mike McCarthy. That would not happen under Mike McCarthy. So before I get out of here, man, I'm gonna take a call. I'm gonna take a couple calls, man. I did also promise Queen I was gonna call her. Oh, I don't have my phone, so I can't take no calls. Sorry, I'll do it tomorrow. Sorry, y'all. I do have my phone. No, do I? Hold on. No, that's my other phone. I got 2 phones. But anyway, I did want to take some calls. Shit. Oh, damn. I left my phone. And I don't want to leave the stream to go get it. I know exactly where my phone is. It's in my car. It would be too awkward for me to just leave this stream and go get that so that I can take calls. Y'all just forgive me. I will be back. Trust me, we got a lot of content that I'm going to be dropping. A lot. So I'm dropping another video tonight on the final word. That boy say, boss pitching, wee woo. No, I'm serious, man. I left my phone. I really did, bro. I want to take calls. That's what makes the show the best is when I take calls. When I hear from y'all. That's what makes the show the best. Because y'all always give another angle that I'm not even thinking about. It just makes the show dope. So, yeah, I definitely want, and I promised Queen that I was going to call her first. And I got to keep my promises, you know. Especially because I have not yet kept my promise on upgrading these phones, which is something else I got to do. So y'all just be patient with me, man. We just getting it all together. But y'all should feel real confident after you got all of this news and all of this evidence. The fact that you now know that it wasn't 3 points worth of difference between Sam Williams and Tolbert. It's another thing that I didn't play. I'm not going to play it, but well, you know I'm going to play it. Here we go.
One of my favorite tidbits from draft weekend was when Jalen Tolbert told us that he got a phone call from Dak Prescott. I'm just curious, and we gave you all a hard time on Friday night, and of course I'm not asking for like the list of guys that Dak called, but I am curious. Dak is such an asset to this franchise. He's the franchise quarterback. In this process, what is his role exactly? I mean, do you give Dak Prescott a list of guys you like and say, hey, we'd love you to do some work on this? Or is Dak more involved with that in the idea of like, hey, I like this receiver. Like, this is a guy that I'd love for y'all to focus on?
No, what we did was kind of gave Dak a couple guys just to look at and just so he knew what was in the draft.
Don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on that. See, this was before the draft, y'all. You got to understand, that year it was over 479 candidates. I remember the exact number. It was over 479 prospective draft candidates. Will McClay gave Dak 2 people to call. One was Tolbert. If that don't get your confidence up for what we getting ready to see, I don't know what will. I'm being all the way on. I don't know what will. If you don't understand that out of over close to 500 candidates before the draft, Will McClay had 2 people on his mind. So for all the people that say I trust Will McClay, you get no bigger confirmation than that. Run it up.
Another one.
Run it up, run it up.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Run it up.
Run it up, run it up.
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
Cowboy fans, are you locked in or are you switching up?
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
Huh? Huh?
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
I sure am. Speaking my mind, I am with it.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Run it up, run it up.
Let's go. Buy the stock while it's cheap.
Another one.